university level who want to have an idea how an international organization, how an office of the United Nations works, they can apply to our scholarship program, our internship program. For the student not EU, also we can grant some scholarships to pay for the stay, the travel, and we help for the visa. It is a very interesting experience. I have seen that the over 200 young researchers that over the last year came to PAM, all of them told me it is a very interesting experience to be exposed directly to the real life of an international organization. We can help you with the contacts. If you need contact of expert, of other parliament, international organization to organize something, you can count on PAM. As suggested at the meeting of the Secretary General of PAM, which took here 2 days ago, generously hosted by the Chamber of Councillors of Morocco, we are also ready to establish cooperation between the PAM Research Center, the PAM think tank, and the research centers of your national parliament. It is mutually beneficial, and we are doing it a lot with many countries. Then, if you need research papers, background document, reports, we have many in our archive, and we can produce for you on demand if there is something specific that you need. And we do it frequently. Last but not least, next slide, please. Can I have the next slide? Here. After 3 years of work, we have finalized the PAM Laissez-Passer. It is similar to the one of the United Nations. It is a travel facilitation document which certifies that you are in an official mission on behalf of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Mediterranean. All PAM delegations have received the forms for both the Member of Parliament and the staff of the delegation to fill the forms, and then we will provide them to you. I received mine yesterday. He is the one. And what we are doing now is the phase of informing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Interior, of the existence of the Laissez-Passer. Can I have a next slide, please? Basically, this is a new document. Many countries don't know it exists. And I can tell you that as United Nations, we discovered that exists so many fake UN passports that you have no idea, with the most beautiful fantasy of those who produce them. So, together with the International Civil Aviation Authority, with the help of our colleagues from Qatar, because Honorable Al-Subay, that was with us yesterday, is the former regional director of ICAO. Now, and with the help of the Austrian National Agency for Secure Document, which printed this document for us, now we are sending a note verbal to your embassies, to your ministries of interior, for them to be aware that this document is real, exists, and we provide them with electronic encrypted key where they can upload all the security features that characterize this document. If you open it with the blue lights, you will not recognize what is written inside, because this is a machine-readable document, and it's very important, and it's a very sensitive document. So I want to tell you this. Now we are in the phase of informing the governments, the border authorities, and I need your help in each one of your country to make sure that this is followed up properly. The government of Austria, where we have a meeting, an office, and we have many United Nations agencies, has already confirmed to us that they have received it and now you can enter Austria with this document. Thank you very much. Before I give the floor to President Roque, I wish to thank the President for the welcome, the warm hospitality, the excellent organization. You, President Rashid, and the staff of your Parliament, thank you very much. It was great.
So, Your Excellencies, dear colleagues, dear friends, it's up to me to bother you once again, this time with the conclusions of this third edition of the forum. So, in my capacity as Vice President of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Mediterranean, at the conclusion of this forum, I wish to formally state, expressing gratitude to the Kingdom of Morocco, and in particular to its House of Councillors, and to its President, His Excellency Mohammed Al-Rashid, for having generously hosted this third edition under the high patronage of His Majesty, the King Mohammed VI. May God assist him. Over 300 delegates from 30 countries and 40 organizations have assembled in Marrakech on 23 and 24 May 2025, on the occasion of the third Economic Parliamentary Forum of the Euro-Mediterranean and Gulf regions to discuss strategies to overcome the most pressing economic and environmental issues for our regions. Reaffirming the critical role of PAM and its delegates in driving transformative legislation that promotes socio-economic resilience, climate-responsive policies, and responsible technological governance across our regions. Highlighting with deep concern the acute water scarcity affecting the whole region, and in particular the MENA countries, and its direct impact on health and food security, including the disposal of PFAS and their toxic waste, energy production, and regional stability. Recalling the outcomes of COP29, particularly the operationalization of carbon markets under Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. Recalling the PAM decision to establish a parliamentary energy community on our regions to promote and coordinate collective action to achieve secure, affordable, sustainable, and clean energy for all. Emphasizing the need to achieve regional energy security and decarbonization through North-South and South-South cooperation with a focus on integration green technologies, including nuclear and renewable energies, into the energy mix. Welcoming PAM expanding network of cooperating agreements with the UN and other international organizations, which now includes UN IDO and soon FAO. Further welcoming unfolding diplomatic efforts to ensure the full resumption of international maritime trade routes and the freedom of navigation in the Red Sea. Stressing the critical role of women empowerment in advancing socioeconomic prosperity, peace, and welfare, and looking forward to the debates and the deliberations of the second session of the PAM Women Parliamentary Forum, which take place in Abu Dhabi on next 17-18 June. Noting with satisfaction the active participation of PAM member states in initiatives such as the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor and the innovative and strategic Atlantic Corridor Royal Initiative by Morocco, which both aim to enhance regional connectivity and market integration. acknowledging the pivotal role of micro, small, and medium enterprises and of public-private partnerships in driving economy through growth and employment. Recognizing the transformative potential of AI in driving productivity and competitiveness, while underscoring the need to address its ethical security risks, including possible AI incidents and labor market concerns, while also recognizing the crucial role of universities in this. Welcoming the deliberations and conclusions of the fourth meeting of PAM Secretary Generals, having assembled on 22 of May here in Marrakech, which institutionalized a well-structured network and a regular calendar of future cooperation and meetings. Looking ahead to PAM's engagement to the UN Oceans Conference in Nice, the fourth financing of the Development Conference in Seville, the second UN World Summit for Social Development in Doha, the COP30 in Brazil, the 24th meeting of the parties of the Barcelona Convention in Cairo, COP24, the 2026 FAO Global Parliament Summit in South Africa, the implementation of the UN Pact for the Future, and the new EU Pact for the Mediterranean, and the launching of the PAM Youth Initiative. So, taking note with the appreciation of the conclusions reached by PAM, first, supports its member states' efforts to adopt legislative measures aimed at reducing the risks of trade and tariff tensions and to promote stable, rule-based multilateral trade agreements aligned with WTO principles, associating free trade and fair trade principles. Second, calls on its members to advocate for a comprehensive reform of the international financial system, with particular emphasis on enhancing the inclusivity of multilateral development banks to better reflect the needs of emerging economies. Third, further recommends its member states to implement all relevant strategies and policies to ensure that women are granted equal access to opportunity, resources, and decision-making power in the economic sphere, and that an updated report is prepared for the next session of the Women Parliamentary Forum. Fourth, encourage its member states to invest in renewable and sustainable energy infrastructure and sources, including research and development of energy storage technologies, and to include the integration of nuclear energy as part of a diversity energy mix and circular economy, and organizing a meeting on this topic. Fifth, request entities such as MEDREG and to MEDTSO to cooperate with PAM and ensure that the parliamentary dimension be duly associated to their work, and welcomes the forthcoming coordination meeting between PAM and MEDREG. Sixth, calls upon Members of Parliament to integrate climate transition strategies into energy and agriculture policies, especially for energy-dependent sectors such as irrigation, storage, and food processing. Seventh, commits to assist its member states in raising awareness about the innovative alternative use of natural resources such as carbon reserves, and to produce a dedicated report on the topic. Eighth, supports the creation of a comprehensive and universal international treaty on AI, inspired by the model of the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea and by the OECD Principles on AI and on the OECD Global Partnership on AI, aiming at establishing global standards and governance mechanisms with a focus on regulating AI's impact on labor markets, and will organize dedicated meeting on this topic. Ninth, calls upon its member states to adopt legislation that bridges the digital divide by expanding access to digital infrastructure, ensuring that digital transformation contributes to equitable regional economic development. 10th, last but not the least, encourage its parliaments to follow the examples of some of its member states taking decisive actions to regulate the use of PFAS that are proving to be so harmful for human health and food security. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, before bringing the third edition of the forum to a close, and after 2 days of fruitful work, I would like, on behalf of all of us, to reaffirm and to express once again our sincere gratitude and appreciation to the Kingdom of Morocco for the warm welcome and hospitality extended to us since our arrival on this beautiful city of Marrakech, as well as the efficient organization of the forum and its plenary sessions. Our thanks go first and foremost to His Majesty King Mohammed VI for the honor he has bestowed upon us through his high patronage of our work. We are thus deeply honored to respectfully convey to His Majesty our most sincere thanks, and we take this opportunity to express our deepest appreciation for the great attention he devotes to the promotion of issues related to the Euro-Mediterranean and Gulf regions. We also wish to express our best wishes for happiness, peace, and continued prosperity and progress to the Moroccan people. Finally, we kindly request His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Ould El Rashid, President of the House of Councillors of the Kingdom of Morocco, to convey on behalf of all participants our humble thanks to His Majesty. I thank you all for your attention.